Alright, you're possibly about to watch or click through the first act of the Rampart campaign. I do a lot of stuff here that I was experimenting with that should not have happened. The rules should have been pretty clear. I do things like keep effects like combat cards and defense cards for a whole round just because of how instants are described in the rulebook. But I asked Archon and they said an instant is just that, an instant effect. And for things like a dragon that gets 2 attacks, it would only affect one of them, etc. I forget the AI deck. I do a lot of stuff that's just sloppy. So bear with me on this one. I will be not really changing anything. I started at maybe 11 o'clock this morning, and it's almost 4 now, so I've been playing this one for a while, despite all the cuts. This is going to be a long video. I apologize that it's full of rules, errors, and mistakes, and maybe some rules bending in my favor. Yeah. But I like the Rampart faction, I will say that much. And I believe eventually I will have a video of gameplay where I don't start off with a video explaining, hey, there's some rule breaking or forgetting in this video. I do believe I'm getting better, but in this one I took some major steps back because I was giving myself all kinds of advantages that I shouldn't have got. Anyway, I've said that a couple of times. Enjoy the video. And don't use my examples as 100% how it should be played. Save that for when I don't have a caveat of, this video has mistakes. So, and again, thank you for the people who watch, who point out things that I might mess up on. There's going to be some blatant ones in this one, but trust me, I know what some of them are, and at the end I call out quite a few. The story, Mysterious Death. It was supposed to be a dull day. Reporting the forest guard's findings to your lord has always been a day of excruciating drudgery. Yet, fate has always had its way of surprising people, and that day it was your turn to find out about it. Captain Galu, praise be to the elders, a young city guard greeted you upon your arrival in Willow Glen. Something terrible has happened. He started shakily, but paused as if unsure how to proceed. Speak up! I don't have all day! Your voice lashed through the morning air. Lord Falorel has been murdered, the guard replied hastily. Then he drew a long breath, and you instantly knew his next words. But that's not all. After that, he described the events of the past days. It would appear that Lord Falorel has been murdered by poison. Not the strangest way to kill a noble, but certainly a most unhonorable one. To make matters worse, an inspection of the body revealed that Lord Falorel was not an elf at all. It seems he was merely posing as an elf, when in reality he was a vampire. More and more guards gathered around you as you're listening to the horrible news. Your stern gaze fixed upon the table in front of you, a sudden commotion announces the arrival of a messenger. As you listen to the word from the east, the situation grows grimmer. The report has it that necromancer forces overran the town of Soldair. Skeletons walk the streets, and the town has been completely compromised. The runner begs you to hurry to the east and liberate Soldair. The death of Lord Falorel and discovery that he really was a vampire calls into question all of your past deeds. With all the fighting you performed under his command, you wonder which were actually in the name of justice. Were they still Lord Falorel's orders, or the impostors? The faces of all you slew recently flash before your eyes, and their screams. You'll probably never know what this impostor was really up to, but you do know that he had enemies and they caught up to him. Something very odd is going on, and you must find out what. Regardless of the deception being played out here, you must locate and deal with the murderer for the sake of Av Lee. Alright, I have to flip one Rampart near tile, as it's already going to be discovered for me, and I have till the end of a 4th round to get to an obelisk. You know, I'm not going to make the same mistake I made in the other map and potentially block off a path, so I'll just flip it like that. Alright, so I'm going to begin round 1. My army is a few centaurs, a few dwarves, and a few elves. Now, last time I started, I said usually my instant first reaction is going to be buy the secondary hero. However, that set me back, I believe, some gold that I would have been able to use to possibly get a unit to turn the tide of some of the battles. The mistake of me blocking out a path aside, if I did not do that, I think I would have had a better chance in my last campaign. So I will not be buying my secondary hero as a first action, but allow me to draw my cards. My hand limit is 4. I have a defense, a magic arrow, and a sharpshooters. Okay, Your selected unit gains +1 attack, or your selected unit gains +1 defense. This effect doubles for elves and sharpshooters. Alright. Well, get my movement points set up here. And I will start off right away, heading to here, which is a level 1 encounter. And if I win, I roll the treasure die. And I'm playing on normal difficulty, so a level 1 encounter is going to be 1 bronze unit. So let me set up my team here. I've got my army set up. So 1 bronze is going to be boars, and they are ground units, so they start to the left there. Okay, we'll have another level 1 encounter after this, so I don't think I'm going to use any of my cards. Save them for the next fight. Or possibly the second round if I have to expend a movement point to keep this going. But they have 0 defense and 4 health. 6 initiative. I have 6 on my centaurs and 6 on my elves. So I am going to first... I'm going to shoot with the elves first. No combat penalty because they're in the front line. So 2 against a defense of 0. That's going to be 2 wounds to them. Then my centaurs will move here and get an attack off at a base attack of 2. +1 is 3. That's enough to kill the boars. Okay. So that's that fight. Glad I didn't waste a card on that. Get to roll the treasure die. Artifact. So I search the artifact deck or take the one off the top here. +3 spell power. I'm a hero of might, so I'm going to avoid the spells. See what we got here. Sword of Hellfire. Instant +3 attack. This unit suffers 1 wound. This effect cannot be used on an enemy unit. Or instant +4 attack. It suffers 2 wounds. This effect cannot be used on an enemy unit. During a sudden storm, a bolt of lightning strikes a tree, splitting it. Inside the tree, you find a mysterious sword. Or Golden Bow. During this combat, your ranged units ignore the combat penalty, and as an instant, as an instant, a ranged unit of your choice gets +2 attack. A chance meeting with a famous archer finds you in a game of knucklebones, pitting his bow against yours. Your horse. Oh, you win. Oh, okay. My horse is faster than your arrow. Well, that idiot bet wrong. I'm going to take his golden bow. Now I might as well blow through some of these cards in this next battle. After that, I also receive an experience point. And use a second movement point to go up here to this sawmill. And it is another level 1 encounter. Since I have this here, I'm just going to put back lines to everything. And we get 1 bronze unit, which is a marksman. Maybe I shouldn't have done the back lines, but this is not going to be a hard fight. I don't think. So, initiative of 5 versus my 6. Well, I don't want to use my last movement point to keep this battle going, so we'll see here. That is an instant. So I think if my roll does not get me the kill, I can use this as an instant and get +2 attack. Let me check that out. See, I was trying to cheese it out a little bit because it says in the rulebook, instant cards resolve immediately. However, on page 30 of the rulebook in combat, it says instant cards may be played at any time, but unless otherwise stated, not the window between an attack and a an attack's resolution, not a roll's resolution. So I'm just going to stick with what I get. Might have to spend that movement point. +1, 3 against a defense of 0. They are dead anyway. Does not matter. Alright, I'm now level 2, which means I can do an expert effect in battle now. I will flag this mine, which makes my building materials production go up. And because I'm the first to flag it, I immediately get what is available. Or that, not what's available. I get what it produces. Use 1 more movement point to go here, and that'll be the end of the first round. Actually, it's not quite the end of the round. Before I end the round, I am going to build... Oh, wow. At the beginning of each resource round, gain 7 gold. I'm going to build the City Hall, I believe, which is 10 gold and 3, 4, 5, 6 building material. So, blow through all my starting resources for that, but that gold should pay off later, I think. City Hall, and I've got 6. I could buy some silver units, either dendroids or pegasi. I'm going to get these blonde Selena Gomez looking pegasi here. No, I only have 4. I can't, so I'm not. Okay, now that is the end of the round. We are now on round 2, an astrologer's round. And astrologers proclaim Week of the Fluffy Rabbit. Each player immediately rolls 1 treasure die and gains the rolled bonus. Hurry, hurry, get your free treasures. Every treasure is a vote for the Fluffy Rabbit. I added a "the" in there. Okay. 2 resource die. So I get 6 gold and 1 valuable. Nope, I only choose 1 result, so I'll take the 6 gold. Okay. Flip this back over as it is a new round. Got my movement points, and I'm ready to go. We'll spend a movement point here, and that's going to be a resource die. 2 valuables. Oh, even better. I'll spend a movement point to discover this tile. Whoops. Well, thanks for falling over. I got to put a visited cube on that anyway. Okay. Got the... Ooh, a settlement. But it is level 3. We will do... That would lock me out there. That locks me in like that. Unless I go up north. I have till round 4, so 2 more rounds to get to the obelisk. So I will spend another movement point to discover this tile, possibly creating leprechaun. A pathway. You know, we'll spend 6 gold. Now we'll get these pegasi. And I forgot to check my hand limit, but I discarded the 2 defense cards and I drew my ammo cart. Alright, so now we're going to go into round 3, which is a resource round. So I am going to get 15 gold, 2 building materials. 3, 4, 5. Let's get that there. Now, I have almost positive the obelisk is going to be right here, so I will keep my hand as is. Use a movement point to go up here, and that temple gives me a morale token. The temple is a visitable location, so it is there. I'll use a movement point to go to the trading post. I have to resolve something there, so let's see what I can do. I've got... Those are the dead units. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can bring 1 more unit in. Could do dendroids. But I probably want that gold tier building. If I can do it. Which would be... Nope. Can't afford that. But I can do this. I'll spend 4 gold, my 2 building materials, and a valuable to get my Mage Guild. Alright, when built, search the spell deck twice. So, first off, we've got Fly. During this turn, your hero can move through blocked fields but cannot end their movement there, and plus movement, interesting. Or Implosion, the selected unit suffers. Whoa! I'll take Implosion. with my second search, I noticed something here. I will need that fly card because I have to get more movement. Otherwise, I believe the obelisk is in the center of that tile, and I will be stuck here because I have to spend a movement point to search that tile. So I'm going to take fly and hope on my next turn that I could get a card that boosts my magic a little bit. I'll go here, visiting this windmill and getting a valuable. And that is going to be the end of this round. I have till the end of round 4 to get to the obelisk. Alright, flip my movement tokens, flip my build token. I could cast this as an instant, giving me +1 movement. I need one more. I've got 2, 3, 4 cards in my deck. I have to hope to get my power card out of there somewhere. So, oh, that can be used as an instant to also gain power. So I could get the +1 move from that. So that's my hand limit is going to be I have to keep fly. So this card stays out in front of me when played, I believe. Yes, I can either discard it myself or replace it with another permanent card. So I'm going to set my ammo card actually near the astrologer's deck to remember that I'm using it. And I'll cast that, or not cast it. I would have used that at the end of the other round so I wouldn't have to discard it, but I'll still be able to keep one card. I will keep my sharpshooters. I'll discard my golden bow. So here's going to be my hand for this round. And it is round 4. Again, I have till the end of this round to reach the obelisk. Astrologers proclaim Week of the Groovy Satyr. Until the next astrologer's round, whenever you trigger combat with any neutral units, you may choose a neutral unit card to discard and draw another card of the same tier instead. Are you familiar with the Avley melodies? Sorry, no. Well, that's good, because these probably won't sound anything like one. Okay, so movement 1 is going to be here, and I will receive an experience point. We'll cast Fly, and these two as an instant to give it +2 spell power, which will give me a movement point back for this turn. And I will spend that movement point to discover this tile. Ooh. Those are some tough combat encounters. We'll see. Go like that. Spend a movement point to go here, visiting this water wheel and getting 3 gold. And then we will spend my last movement point to go here to the obelisk. Saving Soldair. You approach Soldair, an isolated town to the east of your usual patrol routes. From your vantage point, it looks derelict, or would have, were it not for the undead swarming all over the place. You reach for a spyglass to carefully assess the situation. Your heart skips a beat when you discover there is still some resistance. There is still hope. The town can be saved. You focus on the enemy. Amidst the walking dead, you spot a pale figure, their bony hand gesturing to the lifeless creatures. This must be the commander. A sudden ghastly screech makes you flinch, reminding you of all the screams of your victims, the screams of those you unjustly killed. They shall haunt you. In light of these events, you know you cannot just forget about it. Atonement must be performed to cleanse your soul, and freeing this place shall be a good starting point. It is imperative that the Arathian leaders know of these events. But at the same time, you fear they will not be pleased with your role in all of this. You lower the spyglass and look for your troops. Your sharp eye quickly catches their sight far beneath your treetop position. Hidden in the bushes, they are waiting patiently. With a subtle nod, you give the order to attack. We will be fighting the undead hero, Aislinn. Okay, before battle begins, I only have the sharpshooter card, so let's see what I can do here with my reinforcements and such. 10 gold for the Pegasi. That's probably a possibility. 7 for my elves. Or do I want... We'll do... Instead, we'll spend 8 gold to bring in dendroids, which I will purchase from my recruit. So that's going to be 10 and 2 back. Now, I'll pass on bringing my centaurs in. No, they have a good... the Pegasi have a better initiative. 2 and 0 defense, 2 and 1 defense, 3 health. I'll bring in the dwarves. I'll pass on the centaurs. So, I've got 7, 8, 9 gold, 10 gold left. Do I want to increase the Pegasi? Ooh. 4, 0 attack, that's 12, or... Let's do 3, 4, 6. Oh, that's not enough. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, yeah, it is. We'll do 10, and we'll try and increase the Pegasi here. Or, no. No. Got my sharpshooter card. It's probably wiser to boost the elves to a pack. Okay, so set up my dwarves here. I'll do my elves there with my Pegasi. Oh, I can bring my centaurs. I don't know why I miscounted 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So my centaurs can be in. Put the centaurs there. And I can't forget about my ammo cart. I get +2 initiative on my ranged units and they don't suffer combat penalties. So, back row it is. Alright, now I'll set up the AI's army. Alright, I have an initiative of 8, so I'm going to go first, and I'm going to immediately spend my morale token to draw a card from my deck, which is my attack. Okay. Pegasi. Move up to 3 spaces and ignore combat obstacles, so I'm going to go after those liches. +1 attack or +2 attack. 73, 5. Can't forget about the ammo card. It gives my ranged units +2 initiative. So I'm going to use my elves, and I'm going to actually... I'm going to use my sharpshooter bonus to give them +2 attack as an instant, because the effect is doubled for elves. And they are going to shoot at the liches. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. -1 is 5. The liches are out. Nice shot. Okay. That's good. That is an activation from the elves. And I am going to... Next up, I'm going to activate my Pegasi, because I believe 8 is the next highest initiative. So we're gonna actually go. That's 3. It'd be 2 with a -1. It'd be 2. Okay, we are going to go here and attack the zombies at +1. So that's 4, but on a 0 or +1, gain 1 defense. So 4 against 2 is 2 damage to the zombies. That's an activation. That's going to be a retaliation from the zombies. And +1. Great. 3. And, oh, no defense. Yikes. Okay. So now the next highest initiative is 6. And that is going to be the rogues and the centaurs. So I'm actually going to go here with the centaurs and do a defense action with them. So that means now the rogues are going to go, and it's usually same tier to same tier, moving within range. So they are going to attack the dwarves. So that's going to be 2. Actually, before that happens, it's going to be the AI's turn. Put this on the unit with the highest health in the army. When this unit is about to be attacked, it gains +1 defense. So 3, 2, 3, but he's wounded, so the rogues get it. He rolled a 0, so 2. They have a defense of 1. 1 damage to the dwarves. Dwarves retaliate at -1. So 1 against that's nothing. That's a retaliation. That's an activation, and they got the normal defense. So that's that. Okay. Is that permanent, though? I have to look that up. So the rulebook does not say if this is the AI gets a permanent when it's about to be attacked, and the retaliation attack happened, so I believe that it's gone, because I think their cards are like my cards. It's supposed to imitate another player, so it's a one-time use thing, and when they're out, like my hand. I've got this attack card left from my morale token. Okay, so that is an activation from the rogues and a retaliation from the dwarves. So now that's initiative 6. We've got a 5, an 8. Okay, so skeletons are going to go. They try to attack the same tier, but then if they can't, they try to get to the closest enemy within 1 move. So that would be 1, 2 or 1, 2, the centaurs or the pegasi, but we'll just go to the pegasi down here. So, skeleton is first, getting his AI card. Cast a spell. Draw a spell and cast it on the unit with the highest defense. Okay. Haste. Till the end of combat, this selected unit gains. So that would be, and that's 1 normal spell power. So +1 move. So I guess it would be cast on with the highest defense. 1, 1, and 1. I'll say he casts it on himself because he's equal defense as everybody else. Okay. So now I will roll proper, which I believe that was a +1. Yeah. So that's going to be 4 against defense of 0. Kills my pegasi. Oh, just spent all my money on those guys. And that is going to be an activation from the skeletons. And now the zombies are going to activate, and they're going to attack the centaurs. That's a +1. Cast a spell with the highest defense, so it's going to be equal. Oh, in the enemy army. So 1, 2, that would be my dendroids. They receive a damage from magic arrow. Okay, so they got a +1. So that's going to be 3 against defense of 1, 2 damage. And the centaurs retaliate, which I don't think they can. Oh, that thing's not even that good. Okay, so what happens is, on the attack roll, make an additional roll. If I roll a +1, it gets an additional defense, which I don't. So that's going to be 3 against a defense of 0, dead. So that's dumb. I probably won't do that action anymore. I was hoping it was an automatic defense. That's going to be an activation from the zombies. Is now the dendroids' turn, because dwarves and dendroids have the same. We are going to boost the attack by 2 with my attack card on the dendroids. They are going to attack the zombies. That's going to be a 0, so the zombies get +1 defense. So 4, 5, 6 against 2 is 4 damage. They've already got 2, so 1 carries them over to here, and then 3 more would kill them. So that's the zombies out. Thank you, Dendroids, for doing something. Alright, and that is the combat round. Because this is an enemy hero and not neutral units. No, I still have my dwarves. Because it's an enemy hero and not neutral units, I don't have to spend a movement point to keep going. Dwarves, they are going to attack at +1. So 3 against defensive 1 puts down 2. And that's going to be an activation. Rogues retaliate at +1 as well. So 3 against defensive 1 is 2 more damage. The dwarves die. Fantastic. My whole army getting wiped out by bronze tier and low-level units here. New round. I'm gonna probably win here, but at what cost? The skeletons have 6 initiative. Rogues have 6. We're gonna shoot the skeletons with the elves. +1, so that's going to be 4 against a defensive 1. So 3 damage. 2 puts them down to this, and they're at, oh, these are gone. They have 1 health left. Okay, that's an activation on the elves. So now they have an initiative of 5, 6. Rogues are going to go here and attack the Dendroids. 2, they have a defense of 2, nothing. That's an activation from the Rogues. Dendroids retaliate at +1, so that's 5, 4 damage to them total. Rogues are dead. And that's a retaliation from the Dendroids. Skeletons. They get haste again. Okay. So that's going to be 3 against defensive 2. They do 1 damage to the Dendroids. Dendroids already retaliated. That's an activation. That's the end of the combat round. 7, that's going to be 8, 9 to the 6. Elves are going to shoot the skeletons at +1. So 4 against that, that's 3, that's dead. Okay, that was bad. Lost, well, not bad, I guess. I won. But as imaginary Gamora said to Thanos in Infinity War, at what cost? Got 2 guys left. Okay. Dead. Now, I am victorious, so receive 4 building materials and increase your building production by +2, and get 15 gold and raise production by 5. Not bad. Okay, I'll just be able to buy back those schlubs who died in the battle. Probably not my best choice going in there with only 1 card in my hand. So that's going to be the obelisk. After defeating an enemy hero's army, also gain 2 valuables. The way forward. The survivors from Soldir provide you with valuable and interesting information. According to what they say, there is an extensive underground network of tunnels in this region that goes far below the rivers and allows access to a wide variety of places. If used properly, this tunnel system would allow for some dynamic assaults and surprise attacks. This is one idea definitely worth investigating because the enemy will surely be watching their shores closely. Alright, and I am going to spend 7 gold, 4 building materials, and build a mystic pond. At the beginning of each resource round, roll 1 resource die and gain the rolled resources. Okay, and I believe that that is the end of this round, so time to continue. We are now in round 5, which is a resource round. And flip over my tokens, my movement points, and gain my production, which is going to be 20 gold and 4 building materials. Alright, now I have till the 11th round, the end of the 11th round. Okay. I visited this, I believe, and got my experience. I have to go back and check that. I didn't get any experience from that fight because it was not a neutral encounter and my reward was the valuables, so... Okay, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, and I've got to shuffle this to draw my other cards. Sharpshooters is my 4th card. Okay, not a great hand here because I have no spells. I better level up a little bit. That's a level 5 encounter, so that's not going to be good. What's that tree? We are going to go here. I'm not going to move yet. I am level 3. This was visited. I'm almost level 3. Do a movement point to go here. I don't have 3 cards in my discard pile to look at, but I'll use another movement point to go here, and then one last movement point to go here, which is going to be a level 2 encounter, which is 2 bronze tier units. I have my elves and my dendroids. I am just going to leave them as is and hope for the best here. 2 bronze tier units. I have to win this round, so I might not want to do that. Might not want to just roll with it. Okay, we'll take 10 gold, which will give me 4 back. I'm going to buy my Pegasi back. And then spend 10 more gold to put them to the pack side. So we'll do this. I don't get a penalty for being in the back row, so I might as well do that. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 gold. We'll put my dendroids to the pack side as well. And I forgot that at the beginning of the resource round, I get 7 gold as an instant. And the resource round, roll 1 die and gain the rolled resources. I believe I forgot that instant 7 gold the first round. So I'm going to go back and check, and if I did, I'm giving myself that 7 gold. That's not a resource die. 2 building materials. Alright, I gotta go all the way back to round 3. Yep, I forgot to give myself that, so I'm doing that now. No sense in punishing myself even further than I already have. So, still, before this fight, I am in that recruit action, and I bought and upgraded my Pegasi and my dendroids. So, I still have 9, 10. I am going to recruit my secondary hero. And that's going to be my recruit action. Then okay. Now we are going to fight this level 2 encounter, which is going to be skeletons and halberdiers. So 4 and 4. I've got to kill them all this round or I fail. So 7, 8, 9 initiative. Pegasi are still first. We're going to do the Pegasi. We'll attack the Halberdiers at 4. 3 against defense of 0. Okay. That's going to be 3 damage to them. They retaliate at -1. So 1 against defense of 0 is that. That's retaliation. That's an activation. Now, stupid. Okay, my elves are going to go, and we are going to sharpshoot. So they get +2 attack. They're going to shoot the skeletons. 3, 4, 5 against a defense of 0 kills the skeletons. That's an activation on the elves. Halberdiers are going to attack the Pegasi at 0. So they do 2 damage. Pegasi retaliate at 0, which is 4 back. They're dead. Okay. Alright, so that is going to be a victory here. So I get a morale token and a movement point. And I get an experience pip, which puts me at level 3. My hand limit is now 5. And with my final movement point, I will go to the trading post here. And let's see what I can do. I need 10 gold, 9 building material, 4 valuables. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Not worth it. I'm not going to trade. I'm not going to trade. Alright, movement point number 1 for secondary hero is going to go here. And we'll go here as well. Not much activity there. Okay, refreshing tokens. Movement points, discarding all of these. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And it's going to be round 6, an astrologer's round. Astrologers proclaim week of the ammo cart. Until the next astrologer's round, each ballista deals +1 wounds, each first aid tent heals +1 health, and each ammo cart allows re-rolling 1 attack die for all ranged units. Ammo cart, the best machine! Yo! I only have the power of infinity. Why is there no hero who specializes in me? Because I should be a hero myself. Wee-hee! Oh boy. You know, in the computer game, I find the ammo cart kind of lame, because I very rarely run out of ammo in a fight. In this game, though, the initiative boost is definitely worth getting. Okay, so movement number 1 is going to go here. Since I am level 3, the neutral encounter flees in terror. And I will choose +1 valuable. And then with my second move point... Man, there's trading posts everywhere here. I am going to go to the Shrine of the Magic Gesture. Yeah. Which, search the spell deck by 2. So I can choose either Fortune, reroll 1 treasure, resource, or attack die, resolve the result of your choice. Lame. Or Frost Ring. Target a space on the combat board. 2 units adjacent to the space suffer. Well, yeah. I'll take that one. Alright. And with 1 movement point with my primary hero, I'm going to go here, which is a level 3 encounter. So, let's get to it. It's going to be 2 bronze and 1 silver tier unit. Once per your turn, I will do my spellbook action. No, I won't. I've only got 4 gold. Okay. So instead, I'm going to just hope for the best in this battle. We'll do set up Pegasi, elves in the back, dendroids. And I'm not going to be buying dwarves or centaurs. They just die. They don't do anything. So we are going up against centaurs, griffins, and not gargoyles, and sharpshooters. I knew there was going to be a ranged unit. Okay, so I will start this battle off with my initiative of 12. The Pegasi are first. So let's see what we can do here. Frost Ring. That would be 1, 2. That'd be 2 damage to each adjacent spot. Yeah. We'll cast these 2 as an instant for their spell power. And we will cast Frost Ring on this spot with 2 spell power. That's going to be 2 and 2. So Frost Ring is used. I already ignore the combat penalty, so ranged unit of my choice is going to get +2 attack. That is going to be, my golden bow is going to be used on my elves. I will increase my attack as an expert ability with my griffins, or my Pegasi, and they are going to attack the griffins, so they have +2 attack, so they're an effective attack of 6 right now. 7 against defense of 0. Plenty! That's still just my... Okay, so that's the griffins. Dead. That's an activation from the Pegasi. 7, 8, 9. I match the sharpshooters, so the elves are going to go, and they have +2 attack. So 3, 4, 5. 5 against a defense of 0. That's enough to kill the sharpshooters. Okay. And that is an activation on them. Now the centaurs are going to go, and they are going to attack the dendroids. At -1, so 1 against defense of 2 is nothing. Retaliation, +1. 5 against defense of 0, dead. Okay. Didn't really need the golden bow, but I was out of movement points. No, I wasn't. I had 2 left. I went all out for no real reason. So that's going to be... I flag this mine as mine, yuck, 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 and it produces 5 gold immediately. And that is that. All right. Movement number 2 is going to go here to the trading post. It is a resource round next time. It's going to be 10 gold. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 gold. I need a total of 11, 22, and a valuable. So for the building, I'll need 4. For them, I would need a valuable each. 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'm going to get 10 total building material. It's not worth trading anything. Okay. Number 2. Movement number 2. We are going to go and try... Got the defense card, Pegasi, dendroids. Yeah, with my last movement point, we're going to go here. But before the battle starts, I'm going to spend 3, 4, 5 gold, since I just got some gold, to search the spell deck for Magic Arrow or Firewall. Deal. Do 1 damage to any units stopping here and any ground or range units passing through. You know, I'll take Firewall. Alright, let's set them up again. Do Pegasi and Dendroids just like that. Now we are going to face Gargoyles. What a surprise! Dwarves. And Dendroids. Ooh. Someday I'll have a Dendroid all my own. Okay. So here's where I'm currently sitting. This battle is about to begin. The Royal Archery Contest is about to begin. I've got an initiative of 12. So I'm going to use my morale token. I'm going to draw a card off my might deck, which is Implosion. Okay. Now, I have to play this right. I have to kill something every time. 12. We are going to 1, 2. We're going to stop here and fight the dwarves. At 4, which is going to be 3 total damage to them. That's an activation. Dwarves are going to retaliate. At 1 back, that's a retaliation. Elves are up, and they are going to shoot. Who's next? Maybe the Gargoyles are next. So we're going to cast this as a spell power, Firewall, just as a spell point to cast Implosion. So that's going to be 2 damage. We'll do it right to the Dendroids. And the Elves are going to shoot the Gargoyles at 4 with the defense of 1. 3 Gargoyles are down. That's an activation. So now 4 to 3 and 3. My Dendroids are going to go. They are going to attack the enemy Dendroids. At 4 with the defense of 2. Puts them at 2 more. That's an activation. Retaliation from the Dendroids. -1. 2 against defense of 2. Nothing. Okay. Now for the enemy activations. I can't lose my Dendroids, so I'm going to cast this as an expert effect with an instant cast. I'm going to use that as an expert effect, giving my Pegasi +2 defense. Dwarves are going to attack. So 2 against defense of 2 is nothing. Retaliation. At +1. That's 5. 4 more damage. They are done. And that's retaliation. Alright. I have got to kill these Dendroids in a retaliation attack here. They are going to do -1. So 2 against defense of 2. That's an activation. They already retaliated. I had to abruptly cut that off because the mailman came at the worst time to the front door. Dendroid's going to retaliate here. This is it. If I get a -1, I lose. +1. Dendroids, 5 to the 2 is 3. Does enough. Alright. Alrighty. That is that. So, the reason that I pushed so hard and took it a little further than I should have probably this round is because the difficulty of all the board encounters will increase after this round on the 7th round. So we just got a settlement. I'm going to flag that. My units are all reinforced, and I am going to choose to increase my valuables income by 1 from that, and then place the respective resource token on the field with the settlement. The income bonuses are lost if you lose control. One-time additional bonus for being the first player to flag a settlement. You immediately gain the income chosen at the time of flagging. So I will choose that. So that's going to be that there. Okay. So that is that round. The path one chooses. Out of nowhere, you find yourself in a forest, running. Something's after you. You hear a myriad of voices shouting your name. You recognize the surroundings. You remember the place. You've been here as a child. Yet, unlike your memories, with every step you take, it grows darker, more ominous. Suddenly, the path forks. One branch, basked in light, leads out of the forest, while the other goes deeper into the darkness. The choice is easy. You turn toward the exit, but then you feel a steadfast grip tightening around your legs. You look down. Pale, ghastly hands pull you down, dragging you into the bowels of the earth. The hands belong to faces, familiar faces buried in the ground, faces of all those you have killed. They were the ones screaming. Now they are even louder, their voices overlapping in your head. There is no easy way out. Can you hear? You did this. You cannot run. Captain, no atonement for you. Can you hear me, Captain? You wake up instinctively. You grab a dagger and face the voice. A frightened figure is in the entrance of your tent and repeats, "Can you hear me, Captain?" You recognize the young recruit and lower the blade. "Report," you order as the soldier salutes. "According to the soothsayers, Lord Falorel's real name was Veorad, and he was a vampire lord from northwestern Dea. He has been seeding Avlee with his own brood, preparing for some sort of coup in Dea. His armies were growing fairly slowly, but growing nonetheless. They also believe that the Lord Falorel, the real one, was killed some time ago and replaced by this Veorad. It is highly likely that Falorel was transformed into the undead and is currently serving the Daean armies." "Serving? That's a rather long shot. What makes them think so?" "They are soothsayers." He pauses, shrugging his shoulders. But seeing you frown, he quickly jumps to other news. "Besides this, we've noticed some movements of the Necromancer's army. South from our current position, they seem to be heading directly here." You nod. It's to be expected they should send someone for you if you tread this path. "Also, a report from your Arathian commanders has arrived." He finishes almost radiantly, and he hands you a letter. "Now that the news of Lord Falorel's demise has reached the populace, word has spread quickly, and the elven nobility are fearful and suspicious. Find the identity of the killer. The elves are checking their own to see if Avlee has been further compromised. We have received word of more necromancer activity. Seek out a druid named Jem, who is also investigating similar events. On the matter of the actions you have taken under the command of this impostor, fear not. King Griffinheart understands this situation and supports your current position." Reassuring words for sure, coming as if they answered the call from your restless night. So, why is your heart not settled? Can such guilt be absolved and responsibility waived at the whim of those higher in the hierarchy? And I forgot one little detail about the last event that I took place in, which was the battle at the obelisk, before I continue with this research round. These are discovered, and I get to spin them and set them however I like. So we will do that. Like that. And that like that, giving me options. All right. Now, this tile is supposed to have the enemy second hero on it, and it says if it's not discovered, flip it now. And I believe it's just a straight flip like that, not like I discover it, and the enemy hero is on that tile. So it is round 7, which is a resource round. Events are reached, these are flipped, these are flipped. My hand, which is empty, is going to need replenished. And before I draw, I'm discarding that defense card. Okay, cards. Fly, magic arrow, power, firewall, and defense. Ah, I just got rid of a defense. Okay. Time for my resources. Instant, get 7. Roll the resource die and gain the rolled resources. So that's going to be 2 valuables. And then I also get 25 gold, 4 building materials, and 1 valuable. Alright. Now before I go build crazy and stuff, let me see what I can do here. I've got to the end of the 11th round. 1, 2, 3, round 9. Or this is round 7. 1, 2, 3, round 7. 1, 2, 3, nope. 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 10. And I would still be able to get there. So first we'll spend 2 movement to get this dude to go there. And then that would give me 2 left over, and I know the final battle starts once that gets flipped. So do I want to waylay a little bit? Oh, I am level 4 because I forgot to get an experience from that settlement fight. Okay. Let me check and see if I actually got an experience from that mine as well. Oh boy, have I ever played this game before? I did not give myself an experience from fighting at that mine, but that is okay because the settlement was a level 3 encounter. They would have retreated. I'll just not take another experience because the mine and I were level 3 and that was level 4. Yeah, I exceeded. So I am level 4, base level 4. Sloppy. Okay, 1, 2, 3. No, let's see. If I cast Fly at power 4, I get 2 extra movement points. Everything on the map is now 1 level higher, so this would be a level 5, level 6. Level 6 encounters would be 2 gold tier units. How am I ever supposed to do that? Okay, let's instead before I move my main hero or do anything, let's build. Cliff behind the glade. 10 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 building materials. 4 valuables, which I set aside, so I know I got them. That's going to be the cliff behind the glade. I can now recruit gold tier units. Oh. Attack 2 spaces in a line. Oh, cool. The second attack has 2 attack. Okay. Reduce any wounds from damn spells. I would rather have the dragons, obviously. Let's see if I can even afford them. 10, 20, 22, and a valuable will get me my gold dragons. Again, if I didn't buy my secondary hero, I would have the money for other things. 30 gold and 2 valuables to increase their to a pack. I don't think that's happening. So, I've got it. Well, that's not going to work because I'm already recruiting right now. So, recruit. I got my gold dragons. We're going to have to just wait till another resource round. And we are going to fly at cast this as an expert thing, and these as an instant for 4 spell power. I can do expert level things outside of combat, I think. Yep, it just says there's a maximum you can do per round, so I can do a total of 2 right now. I'll cast this one and put flight at 4 spell power, which gives me +2 movement this turn. So we will just go one, 2. That's the extra 2 movement. This obelisk is visited. Now I've got 3 left. So I don't want to play around too much. A level 6 encounter is what that mine is. Again, stupidly, we're just going to go one, two, three. We'll go down to this tree here. And I believe with the tree, I can spend 3 valuables and level up twice, or get 2 half experience points. Yep, I'll pay 3 valuables. To go up 2 points, which puts me at a level 5. And I forgot to add this card to my hand, but since I drew that hand of 5 cards, I will have just acted like I discarded it. So that is going to be my turn. That is the round. The enemy AI is going to move, and he's got 1, 2, 3. Alright, tokens reset, and I believe, yeah, first the astrologer's round happens. Astrologers proclaim it week of the scorched ground. Until the next astrologer's round, all magic from earth magic and fire magic schools are cast at +1 power. And I miss you, like the scorched earth misses the oh man. And I miss you, like the deserts miss the rain. Good one. Okay, so then I've got a hand limit of 6 now. Okay, what can I do? I moved my wrong person. Wow. Yeah, because it was 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. They still would have been there. Okay. Wrong one moved, that's why. Got 2 movement points. We're going to go here and stop on the War Machine Factory. Which, do I want something other than this? Let's check it out. I cannot afford the one I want, which is the Ballista, so I'm not going to buy any of these. Methinks it may have been a mistake to buy my secondary hero again. That's a revisitable location, so nothing needed there. We'll go here and have to do a level 6 encounter because everything is 1 level harder. And I'm level 5. So, that's going to be 2 gold, 2 silver, and a bronze. So, we'll get them out from bronze up to silver. Lizard men. Mummies. Magi. Oh, great. Okay. And black dragons. And dread knights. Awful. Awful. This is going to be bad. Alright. Set up for battle here. I have the permanent +2 for my ranged unit, which puts these at 9. 12 is still the highest initiative. So... Ooh. Earth spells are cast at +1 power, so this already has 1 power to it. Okay. So that implosion would be 1 power. I can't get up to 3. So, we are going to do this. My Pegasi are going to activate. We are going to cast Implosion. I think. Hold on. After casting a spell. Instead of discarding the spell, take it back into your hand. During this combat round, your spell limit is increased by 1. We are going to do that. So, we're going to cast Implosion at the boosted from the week of the Scorched Ground. And that is going to be an automatic 1 power. I can't get up to 3 power, so we're going to do 2 damage, and we are going to do it to... We're going to do it and attack 2 spaces in a line. The first attack resolves normally, and the second has 2. We're going to do it to the dragons, black dragons. Then we're going to cast this at an expert level using one of my 2 expert abilities this round. No, I can do 2. So we'll cast that and bring Implosion back into my hand, which we will then cast again because my spell limit this round is increased by 1. Do I want to do that? No. We will cast Frost Ring and boost it with this. Oh, that's why I didn't do it. No. Yeah, we're going to cast Implosion at the boosted and do 2 more damage, this time to the Dread Knights. Do 2 damage to the Dread Knights. That's the spell. That is one of my 2 expert level things. And I will cast this as an expert level effect on my gold dragons, giving them +2 attack. The Pegasi are going to go here, and they are going to attack the Dread Knights. And that is going to be 4. 4 against defensive 1 gets 3 more damage to them. So 5. That's an activation. And we will do, when this unit is targeted by a retaliation attack, it gets +1 defense. Okay, it's going to retaliate at +1. Awful. So he does 6 back, which immediately drops it down to the few side. Man. Stupid. Okay, that's retaliation from them. My gold dragons are next, because they have an initiative of 10. And attack 2 spaces in a line. The first attack resolves normally, and the second attack has 2 base attack. Now, the second attack... Okay, so we're going to do... I don't think this will boost the second part of the attack. So we're going to attack the black dragons first with 5. -1 is 4. 5, 6 against defensive 2. It's 4 damage. Ah, of course. Just barely. That's an activation. They are going to retaliate. Well, he attacks 2 spaces in a line. Now, I'm not sure if the breath attack... I'll see if it's in the frequently asked questions. Okay, it was not in the frequently asked question book, but here is my line of thinking. I might be doing this wrong. So, as an instant, I gave this attack +2. That put this to 7, and then I did my roll. And now the second part of that attack has a base of 2. I am going to say that this adds 2 to it. So that will do a total of 4 with a roll. No, not with a roll. Back onto the Magi. Now, rereading that. Attack 2 spaces in a line. The first attack resolves normally, and the second has a base of 2 attack. So, I will roll again. But I'm still not sure if that gives me the +2. Okay, so rereading Board Game Geek and stuff, there's a couple of things I did wrong. Instant effects go away at the start of that unit's next activation round. So if I wanted to increase my dragon's attack, I would have had to have waited till their turn to do it, which I will just say I did. And also there's some level up stuff that I've been messing up for, all of the videos, so I'll check that after this. So anyway, because this effect is for this activation round, I'm going to add the 2 to the second attack as well. So the designer said that you roll again for the second attack. Archon was saying on the Board Game Geek. However, retaliations are only by the first creature to be hit by the attack action. So the Magi at 2, 3, 4, 5 They have a defense of 0. They're dead. I may be doing that wrong, but I don't think so because it says instant effects are from the unit's activation until the start of their next activation round. Ongoing effects are the ones that are permanent for the combat. Anyway, black dragons are going to retaliate at -1. 4 against a defense of 3. They do 1 damage. So there's that. They retaliated. Alright. So now this is 9. And we've got 5. Okay. I want to save my Pegasi. So I'm going to activate my elves. They are going to shoot the Dread Knights. I think. 4, 5. Yeah. They're going to shoot the Dread Knights. At +1. 4. That's 3 damage. They are dead. Dread Knights are out. That's an activation on the elves. 5, 9, 4, and 4. Black dragons activating on the gold dragons. +1. So 6. They do 3 damage. That's an activation. Gold dragons retaliate at +1. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8 against 2. That's enough to kill them, even without the potential mistaken boost. I'm gonna do a Board Game Geek thread and get some actual true clarification on that. I hope. They did say when the game found launches again, there's going to be an updated rulebook, so that'll be nice. That's retaliation from my gold dragons. Now this is a 4. My dendroids have a speed of 4. Mummies and lizardmen. Okay. Bronze tier to bronze tier, there are none. So they will... How do they behave? Alright, they're going to target the Pegasi because they go for a same tier and then they work their way up to higher tiers. So, -1. 1 damage. That's going to be an activation on the lizardmen. Mummies are silver tier to silver tier, so I'm going to say they're attacking the dendroids. At +1, so that's 4. Against that is 2. Ignore the result on the attack die. Oh. So, not +1. They just do 1. That's weird. Whenever this unit is attacked, set your opponent's attack die to -1. Okay, so they do 1. Dendroids are retaliating, so 3. Boom. Does 2 back. That's a retaliation. That's an activation. Dendroids are going to attack again at -1. Those 2 mummies go down. It is going to be a new round, so I have to spend a movement point to keep this going. And gold dragons are up. So I am just gonna, I don't know what I'm even thinking about here. It's just some lizard men. +1, so 6 against the defense of that is, yeah, bronze tier. No chance against the dragon. Okay, so that was a level 6 encounter, which is above me, so I get 2 pips, I believe. If the effective field difficulty is higher than your hero, you get 2. So I am now level 6. Oh, again, thrilling camera work there. I can do 3 expert level things. Now here is where I was messing up. So all the way back since I was playing as Castle, I was forgetting that when your hand limit increases, nothing happens. But on levels where that doesn't happen, you get ability cards. So I've got a few levels to add. This would have probably drastically changed a lot of these battles. But I'm just going to keep going because I'm in an okay spot, I guess. But I'm supposed to have more abilities, and that's why my heroes never felt like they were getting much stronger. So yeah, let's do that now. So first off, because I am now level 6, that is in my hand. So level 2, I would have searched the ability deck, and I would have taken attack. So the defense card is not available. Then, at level 3, My hand limit is 5, and search the ability deck, which would be knowledge, or knowledge. I guess I'll take knowledge. Then, level 4, add a second specialty card to your deck, which I did. Level 5, your hand limit is now 6. And search the ability deck. And I will do... Ooh, this one's actually kind of tough. I will do power. I'll take power. Okay, and then level 6, add your third specialty card to your deck. So, my hero deck should have been a lot bigger in all of the videos that I did. But we live and we learn, and we move on. I lost as Tower. I'm sure that game could have gone differently as well. But I used 2 movement points, which sets me back here. So I flagged this mine. Dink! My valuables income goes up by 1, and I immediately produce the income from the mine. Then I have 1 movement point left. This, being a level 2 encounter, does nothing. They flee in terror. So, roll 2 treasure die, and I will choose an experience. Not that I had much choice there, either. Okay. I should just stop, or have that punched out already. Anyway, that was round 7 or 8. Let me take a look. It was round 8. Anyway, I am not out of the woods yet, because enemy hero moves to me, and we fight. This is the enemy hero, Galthran. A highly pixelated Galthran. Alright, Galthran and I are set up, and I have initiative of 9, 10, 10. I'll be first. Let's see what I got. So, I will cast Frost Ring right off the bat and do 1 damage. I'll cast it on the vampire spot, so I just do 1 and 1. Then I will do, as an ongoing effect, your selected unit's initiative is increased by 2. This doubles for elves and sharpshooters. Well, I'll cast it as I will play this as an ongoing card. So my elves now have double initiative. They'll be before the gold dragons next round, and they will most assuredly be next. Gold dragons, I will cast... Why do I keep saying cast? I will move my gold dragons to here, and as an instant, I will add 2 defense to them as an expert level. And that is going to be until their next activation. So, we are going to do 2 attacks here. The first one is going to be 5. So 4, that's going to be 3 to them. And then now 1, 2, the second attack will go towards the liches at 2. Against a defensive 1 does 1. Vampires will retaliate. 0, so 5, 3, 4, 5, nothing. Oh, wait, that stays. That stays till their next activation. Okay, so that's an activation. That's a retaliation. Now my elves are going to go, who are also going to get a instant effect here. Shooter of your choice gains +2. I'll do the elves. So they are going to be at 3, 4, 5. On a -1 or 0, they will attack again, and they're attacking the liches. Well, 5, 6 against the defensive 1 is 5 damage. So that'll be, we'll say the 5 would kill them here, and 2 carries over. 2 carries over. Alright. That's an activation from the elves. I believe the vampires are next with an initiative of 9. Yes. So that is going to be 5, defensive 5, nothing. That's an activation. We are going to retaliate with the dragons. I do believe that that does not happen as a retaliation effect. So again, I might be doing this wrong, but the axe symbol says use this ability each time this creature attacks. If it has an ability, only resolve it on the first attack. So I believe that it would not happen as a retaliation. I will check the forums. I don't know why I'm recording myself and my thought process here, but I'm just going to go check the Board Game Geek. Okay, I couldn't find the answer on Board Game Geek, so I just messaged Archon directly. Since I'm playing solo and this isn't a make or break it, and I am going to play this again, I'm just going to say that the retaliation attack does, in fact, do the breath attack back, because the attack is an attack. It is described as a retaliation attack. So, on the vampires, it's going to be +1. So 5, 6. Back to them is going to do 5 damage. So we will do... That'd be 1, and then it carries over 4. Nope, they're dead. Doesn't carry over anything. Okay. And now for the liches of 2, it's 1 and 1, nothing. So all that for not much of anything. Okay, now the Pegasi are going to go, and we are just going to go 1, 2, 3. We'll fly over the zombies and attack the liches. So that's going to be 0. Hold on, the vampires had +1 attack, so I would have got 1 damage. Okay, so that's 0. 3 against that is 2. They receive 2 damage. And they retaliate at +1. So 4 against the defense. Man, these things are kind of bad. Pegasi. That's an activation. That's a retaliation. And now got the liches are next, and they are probably going to kill the Pegasi here. Great. 3, defensive 0, dead. What a fantastic purchase those have turned out to be. Okay, so that's an activation on them. 4 and 5. Mummies are going to go here and attack the dendroids. They ignore the attack. The results with the attack dies, so they just do 3. Do 1 damage. Dendroids attack back at -1. Similar to the last battle. That's going to be 2 damage to the mummies. Dendroids are going to activate, do 2 more damage to the mummies. So that's going to be an activation. They retaliated. Skeletons are going to go. They are going to attack the gold dragons, which have retaliated. So +1, that's going to be 3 against defensive 3 is nothing. This is an enemy hero, so I don't have to spend movement points that I don't have. He attacked me anyway. That's the combat round. Now, this is 7, 8, 9. Something, oh yeah, 10, 11. They're at 11. Elves are going to attack the zombies. At +1, 3, 4, 5. So, oh, that's an instant. That is not ongoing. So 3. And on a 0 or +1, get 1 defense, so they get 1 damage. Okay. Gold dragons are going to attack the liches at -1. That's 4, 3, dead. Liches are dead. Okay, activation. This is gone. Zombies and dendroids. Dendroids are going to attack at 0. So on a 0, they get +1 defense, so 2 damage. Means 1 carries over. That's an activation. Zombies retaliate at 2, defensive 2, nothing. Zombies attack, -1, again, nothing. Okay, that's the combat round. Zombies have +1 defense until next time. Okay. Nope, that would have been the mummies, which would still be alive until the dendroids retaliated. So the dendroids don't damage the zombies, is what it was. That's what it would be. Okay. So then the zombies activate and get +1 defense. They are going to go attack the dendroids. +1, that's 3 against defense of 2. They receive 1. The dendroids would have retaliated against the zombies or the mummies, killing them. And now it is a new round. Elves at -1. That's 3, 2, defense of 1. They do 1 damage. And gold dragons are going to go here and shoot straight down because I don't want to burn my own dendroids. At 5, 4, 3 damage. So 1 kills them here. 2, 3. Zombies are going to retaliate. At 2 against defense of 3, nothing. Dendroids are going to do 4. That's it. Okay, a little bit of a sloppy end to that battle because I'm trying to go fast here. I'm not taking my time, which is stupid. Might as well just take the time. I'm not in a rush to play this, so I don't know why I am rushing. Were you rushing or were you dragging? That's that hero. He's dead. My 3 units. Okay, and now when you defeat an enemy hero, gain 2 valuables. I hope I get that flight card again because this fight here spent a movement point I did not want to spend. Round 9, a resource round. Resource round. This, and this are all back up. This is gone from that last fight. I did not get any experience. I don't have a hand of cards. These tokens are all flipped back. Get your first, your 7 gold from that. Your Mystic Pond gives you 3 more gold. Then your income. 25 gold. 4 building materials. 2 valuables. Okay. That is that resource round. Draw my cards, which I've got 2. So sharpshooter's level 1 and defense. Okay. Power. Magic arrow. Attack. And fly. Alright. Oh, man. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. That's going to be the end of round 9. 1, 2, 3, the end of round 10. So I can still get there. But if I get waylaid by encounters, which I don't think I can get up to level 7 because everything now is weaker than me. Anyway, we will do. Let's see if we can cast flight here. 4. I need 4 power, so that'd be 3. Can't do it. We'll fly next turn. Okay. I did that. I am going to get 1 more. Oh man, those are both high level. Be another level 6 encounter. my elves androids, but that's without cards. Not the best choice. Okay, first off, 10, 20, 30, and 2 valuables will increase my dragons, my gold dragons, to a pack. If I do that, then it's 10. Nope, I don't have enough. So I need, that's my gold dragon money. This is going to be that. So I've got 9. Okay. Number 1, go here. Number 2, go here. So we're at the trading post. This is what I've got to work with for trading, because I built everything I need to build, and I don't need building materials for anything. So we will immediately do selling building materials for gold. That's 3, 4, 5. That's 5 gold. Now valuables. 1 for 3. So 3, 6, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Still not enough, but I might be able to get some gold here. That'd be a morale token. That's going to be a valuable. So if I had one more valuable, I'm going to fly. That'd be 2 valuables. All right. Okay. Here's how we're going to do this now. I'm going to bank on this flight. If I fail this quest because I'm stupidly greedy for these unicorns, that's going to be on me. We are going to go 1, go here, flag this mine, which is going to give me a valuable and increase my valuables by 1. Then we are going to go down to this windmill and visit that and give me another valuable. And then for 1 more movement point, we will go here. And that'll be that turn. Okay, now we'll spend the 2 as the secondary hero going to the trading post. And we need to save at least 1 crystal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 gold. Now I will purchase first. Whoops. I will pay enough to upgrade my gold dragons to a pack. So that's going to be a pack of them. And now I will pay the 11 gold for the unicorns. Then I will pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 gold and a valuable to boost them to a pack as well. And that's going to be that round. So it is now round 10, an astrologer's round. And first off, I'm going to keep fly, I'm going to keep that, I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to discard these 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Not too bad. Not great, but it'll at least allow me to fly. And watch this astrologer's round be like, week of the slow face or something. You can't move. That would end me. Astrologers proclaim week of the McGiver. At the beginning of the next round, each player can take 1 war machine of their choice from the war machine deck at no cost. Hi, this is McGiver. We all know how the war machines work, so when you hear the vroom, go for it. Okay, reset my tokens. Well, let's get to it. We're going to cast Flight at 2, 3, 4. 4 power. So I get +2 movement for this turn. So we will do one of my extra movements, which I get back at the stables. So I still have 2 extra movement points. And if I have to fight these, and I gotta keep these fights going, I don't know if that's the wisest move. So we will go here and get a morale token. I've got 1 extra movement point left. We'll go here and search the spell deck. Dimension Door, move a hero up to blank fields, ignore any obstacles. And Forgetfulness. During this next activation, each unit of your choice cannot attack. Ooh. I'll take Dimension Door, just in case. And that is my extra movement from Flight in the stables. This is Combat Encounter 6. Oh. That'd be a negative morale token. Well, we have to. Let's go here. It's going to be a level 6 combat encounter. So 2 gold, 2 silver, and a bronze. Let's set them up. Elves. The elves have no penalty from the ammo card, so I don't know why I'd put them anywhere near harm's way. Okay. So we are going to face elves, genies, crusaders, wyverns, and ghost dragons. Okay, set up for combat here. First, we're going to cast Implosion, and it is no longer cast at an automatic +1, so we will get rid of that. And it needs to be cast at +1. That's stupid. I don't want to waste my Dimension Door on that. We're not going to cast Implosion. We are instead going to... Gold dragons are going to attack, and I'm going to give them +2 defense. So attacking first at +1, that's going to be 6 against defensive 1. That's enough to kill the genies, fry them in one shot. And now the elves at 2. With the defensive 1, they receive 1 damage. Okay. Oh wait, this could be different now. Yeah, 3. So they receive 2 damage. Okay. And that's an activation on them. Now this is an initiative of 9. We will do... Elves are going to attack the wyverns at +1. So that's going to be 4. And against a defensive 1, that's 3 damage. That's an activation on the elves. Initiative of 9 on my unicorns, so I'm still first. We will do the unicorns attacking here. Reduce any damage from spells dealt to the adjacent and friendly units by 1. It's kind of lame. Unicorns versus wyverns at a -1. Great. So 5, 4 more damage. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're dead. Okay, good. You still managed to do it. Nice job. That's an activation on the unicorns. Now it is computer's turn, or AI's turn. Ghost dragons are going to attack the unicorns. No, they're here, and they attack gold tier to gold tier. Since I'm controlling the game, I say they're going to go here to attack the gold dragons, because it works in my favor. So 5 minus 3 is 2 damage. And they have a defense card on them that I took off. So actually that would be plus 2 defense, so nothing. Like I said, I might be playing that wrong, but it said an instant is from their activation to their next activation. So I'm keeping that. And we will fry him back with a retaliation at plus 1, 7. So 5 damage to the ghost dragons. And after the attack, roll 1 attack die. If the result is 0, the target must immediately move away 1 space. So that might not... No, it was not a 0, so he would not move. He does the 5, and now the attack on the elves is going to be 3 with defense of 1. Not enough. They are dead too. Okay. Activation and a retaliation. Done. Crusaders have a speed of 5. So they are going to attack the unicorns. So 3 minus 1 from the defense is going to be 2 on them. Unicorns retaliating. During any attack, roll 2 attack dice and take the higher outcome. So would have just been the 0. Alright, unicorns retaliating. At plus 1, 7, 6, 5, dead. I like these. I like these unicorns more than I thought I would. Okay, that's the round. I have to spend a movement point, which I spent to go in there anyway, to continue. And gold dragons are going to attack at 6, 5, 4. That's enough. Okay, this was gone. Alright, and that was an effective combat level of 6, same level as me. So I now am max level at level 7. And I get my level 7 ability card, which is somewhere. There's no level 7 ability card, there's a 1, 4, and 6. So, when I reach level 7, I get the ability deck again. Which is going to be a choice between power and knowledge. I'm going to take power because I need that dimension door next turn. So that's going to be that. We are now going to flag this, which increases my gold income and produces an income of 5 right now. And I've got 1 more movement point for this turn, which I am just going to end on the trading post and not do anything. And I already did. Did I? Yes, because this was a resource round and I needed to increase my, or boost my... No, this was an astrologer's round. I did this on the research round, so I believe my secondary hero has 2 movement. Yes, because next round being the last resource round is my last chance to do much of anything. So we will do 2 movement points. Going here, that's an effective combat level of 7. I don't want to do that because that would prompt a fight, and I don't want to do that with a guy that can't use cards. Next turn, I'll get some bonus from the mine. Alright, and it is going to be a resource round. So it was the round of the McGiver. So I get to choose a free war machine, which I will choose the Ballista, I believe. Deal 1 damage to an enemy unit with the lowest. Yeah, I'll take that. Doesn't give my elves the boost anymore, but such as it is. So I've got 3. My hand limit is now 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll have to do. We'll flip these. We'll get my bonus 7 gold and resource die. Three more gold. Now my actual income, 30 gold, 4 building materials, 3 valuables. 30 gold, 4 building materials, and 3 valuables. Okay, what can we do? I need to do Dimension Door to get over there, I think. That's a level 5 encounter. So if I do Dimension Door, I'll just do Dimension Door, because then that would be 1 movement, 1 to spend. Yeah. You're not going to maximize much else. Let's see what we've got here. We've got Dendroids, Elves, Unicorns, all at pack. So that's 4. I can get 1 more unit in the battle. So we'll do 6 to recruit the Pegasi, 10 to boost them up to a pack. So that's 3, 4, 5. That's my army there for the rest of this match. Do I need anything else? Once per your turn, spend 3, 4, 5 gold to search the spell deck, which is Magic Arrow, Lame, or Dispel. Remove all ongoing effects from a space. I'll take Magic Arrow. So that was my spell book and my population token from buying the Pegasi and recruiting them. There's no need to go to the mine because my income doesn't matter now. I'm on the final round. I could go here. That's 1, 2, 1 to spend. Nope, I'll need to do Dimension Door. So I'll do Dimension Door to go here at the Witch Hut. I'll take it. Anything to help in the last battle. So then I will spend 1 movement point to go to the Sanctuary, 1 movement point to reveal, and then it says, which is why I wasn't too worried here, is, wow, when you enter the Necropolis starting tile. Okay, so we are going to spend a movement point and enter the tile, and we fight the town. Alright, now we're going to do gold dragons, unicorns, elves, dendroids, and pegasi. That's how we're going to go. I don't have the +2 initiative or no negative penalty for the elves now, so we'll see how this gets set up for the computer, for AI. Herding. You approach a deep and wide pit close to a nearby village. You have heard that by herding the villagers into the pens, the necromancers can easily slaughter and raise them en masse into undead armies. Suspecting what it might be, you look inside. Scouts' reports and rumors about these skeleton transformation rituals have warned that they are grisly to the extreme. But knowing and seeing are 2 different things. The details are gruesome, and you turn your stomach, threatening to make you retch. Fortunately, your training provides more than adequate to stave off such a display. You are outraged and vow to avenge these poor souls. You poke around the loathsome excavation to see if you can learn more. Judging by its size, the need for troops must be getting to the necromancers, so it just might work in your favor, as there is only one thing to do. You give your troops a ferocious look and signal to charge the necromancers' positions. Okay, the only thing I could find about the wall and gate cards is that they are destroyed by a simple attack, so no roll needed. And flying units ignore them, so I believe my gold dragons can stop on them to fight because they ignore combat obstacles. So I think what will happen is when my gold dragons go here, they'll breath attack that way and hit the 2 targets in a line, but when the black dragons retaliate with the same... Oh, they don't have the same breath weapon. Well, never mind. I was going to say their first attack would hit the primary target, then the second would hit the wall and break it. But that is not how it's going to be. Let's get going here. First off, I have an initiative of 16, so I will be first. I'm going to use my morale token. It's the last battle of the match. Might as well. Okay. Ongoing for the rest. For this combat, your selected unit's initiative is increased by 2. I will give that to my elves. If you have a pack of elves, Unit card discarded. Then search the neutral unit deck for sharpshooters and add it to your unit deck. Or instant draw card. I will do that because that's not great. Okay. What do we got here? I could do 6 damage or 3 to 2 targets. We'll do Implosion at... I've got 3 expert abilities to spend, so we will do Implosion. And that would be 2, 3, do 3 power. Not Frost Ring, we'll do Magic Arrow. Do 3 power to do 4 damage, and we'll immediately do 4 to the Liches. Alright, so it's 4 to the Liches. I'll play this as an instant. Casting a spell, instead of discarding the spell, take it back into your hand, which I'll bring Implosion back into my hand. And then I will I'm going to do save that, save that, save that, save that. Okay. That was 1 expert ability. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. I used power. That was 1 expert ability. I will now activate my gold dragons. As an instant, I will give them a secondary expert ability, increasing their attack by 2. And again, I'm going off of instant is activation till their next activation. Okay. So they're going to fly onto that spot there, and they are going to attack. So 6 minus 7, 8. So 5 damage to the black dragons. And now to the Liches. It's going to be 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, minus 1 is 3. So that's 3 more damage to them, which is 1, and 2 carries over. Alright. That's an activation from them. Before the retaliation, I am going to give them now also as my last expert ability plus 2 defense. So the gold dragon, or the black dragons retaliate at 6, 3, 4, 5, 1 damage. Alright. So that was a retaliation from them. So this is 7, it'll be 8, 9. Pegasi are also going to fly onto this gate and attack the zombies. The spell power of all enemy spells is reduced by 1. At 0, so 4. And on a 0, they gain a defense, so 2. 2 to the zombies puts them from pack to a few. They retaliate at -1, so 1 damage. Back to the Pegasi. That's an activation. Okay, so that's 12. I now have 9, 9, 11 is next. Black Dragons. Going to prompt a retaliation here that's going to kill these Liches, I hope. -1 puts them at 5, 3, 4, 5. I'm probably doing that wrong, but these abilities feel like they're supposed... It's just a card I get to use once, so... Alright, retaliating back. That's was a 0, so that's 6, 7, 8 back, 8, 7, 6, 5. That's enough to kill the black dragons. Take a ride on the black dragon. And now for the secondary part of the attack is 3, 4, 5, 6. Against the defensive 1 is 5. They are dead. Gross mouth clicking noises. So, it's a retaliation from the gold dragons. Okay. Next up, we have initiative of 9 all around. I forgot my ballista. At the beginning of each combat round, deal 1 damage to the enemy with the lowest initiative. which would have been the zombies, so they would have had 1 more damage on them. So we are going to do unicorns will attack that spot. That's an activation. Elves are going to shoot the Dread Knights. And as an instant, I'm going to give them +2 attack. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5. 5 -1, 4 -2. It's going to be 2 damage to the Dread Knights. Fantastic. Spectator has come to see what's going on. And that was an instant, so that's gone. That's an activation, but on a roll of -1, attack the target again. So it's not gone just yet. Just like the other attack, it's till their next activation. So +1. So that's going to be 4, 5, 6, -2 is 4 damage. Okay. So we will do... There we go. Now it is the Dread Knight's turn. So they will move here, and I'm going to have them attack the unicorns. Because again, that works in my favor. -1, that's 6, 5, 4 damage to the unicorns. And they will retaliate. What do they do? If you resolve a 0 or a +1 on the attack, increase this unit's total attack value by another +1. So they don't get the extra attack. However, again, I forgot the AI. If it's in the first combat round, shuffle this card back into the AI deck. Okay. So no harm, no foul. However, unicorns are going to retaliate now. 0, 6, 4 more damage. So that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 7. They'll carry over 3. Okay, so that's an activation. Retaliation from them. Vampires are going to go here. They will attack the dendroids. Ignore the retaliation attack, then remove up to 2 wounds from this unit. I don't think I did that once during another battle. +1, so 5, 6, 4 damage to the dendroids. Okay. So now that's 4 dendroids are going to go. They are going to attack the vampires. So 4, that's going to be 3 damage to the vampires. And I do believe that my Dragon's Breath attack, that answers the question right there. Otherwise, how do you ever kill a vampire? Because if that happens every time you fight them, they're pretty much unkillable. Unless they only retaliate and that happens only one time. Well, we'll see. I'll play them just like I'm playing my dragons. 'Tis only fair. At -1, so they do 4, 3, 2 damage to the dendroids. Which 3, 4, 5, 6. That would drop them down to a few. And that's a retaliation attack by them. And remove up to 2 wounds. So that's just how we're going to do it. Alright, I'm going to make a tag video at the beginning of the actual gameplay. I've been making some mistakes that Archon actually cleared up for me just recently on the Board Game Geek. So, yeah, I'm just going to play this one out. I've already been doing this most of my afternoon, so we'll just finish it off as is. And if I win, or whatever. Like I said, It's just something to learn from and do better next time, because it's not the end of the world. This game is being played solo. So I'm just going to say I did some house rules this time, which is not how the game should be played. But let's continue. That was the Dread Knight's activation. And the vampires did not get that bonus from retaliating, but we'll just do it this time. But attack symbols and retaliation symbols are different. So even though it is considered a retaliation attack, the ability, like the breath attack, would not happen during retaliation. So all of these battles from this whole playthrough would have gone differently. Let's finish it up. Zombies are going to go, and they are going to attack the Pegasi at -1. So 1 damage to the Pegasi, who are going to retaliate at -1. So that's going to be 3, -1, 2 damage. That's enough to kill the zombies. Okay. And that is the end of the combat round. Now we will do the next round properly. That's an ongoing effect. Beginning of the combat round, deal 1 damage to the enemy with the lowest initiative. 9, 7, 7. You get it. Okay. Let's do... Spend this as an instant... No. Well, yeah, you need 1 power to cast that. So we'll activate my gold dragons and cast this at 1 power. We'll use this as a power and implode for 2 instant damage, which we will do to the vampires. Alright, gold dragons are going to attack at 7 to the Dread Knights is 5 damage to them. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, they are dead. Dread Knights are gone. Then the next attack is also going to be on the vampires. At 3, -1 is 2. 1 more damage puts them up to 4. And aside from that, even though I was playing wrong, I've been forgetting the AI deck again. I will get that down someday. But that's an activation from the Gold Dragons. 9. Pegasi still have 12. Pegasi will attack the vampires. 0. So 4. 3 damage. Vampires retaliate. 4. 0. Puts them down to few. We'll do sharpshooters attacking the vampires. +1, so 4. 3 damage, they're dead. Okay, that's the end of this campaign. Played sloppily, but I was running out of phone battery. I had a lot of stuff like mailman coming to the door and other small interruptions. So this was a really sloppy playthrough. But let's finish off this campaign act. Answers that breed more questions. A letter has arrived today from a druid named Jem. She wants to meet you when you are finished with your business in Lord Falarel's land and look further into the recent events with the necromancers. She believes they are preparing for a strike deep into Avlee territory, and you couldn't agree more. "What are you going to do, Captain?" asks one of your officers. "Once I'm finished here, I will meet with her," you reply, pausing to give some thought to it. Dismissed with a nod, the officer salutes and leaves you to gathering more information. You look around. The marks on the walls, broken furniture, cracked window, and bloodstains on the wall of the burned cottage can tell a story, but surely not as interesting as the one you have just started to uncover. You locate a usable chair, drag it through the room, and sit in front of a figure lying on the floor, or, more precisely, being pinned to it by your troops. So, this Sandro was a rival to Vayrad and may be the one who ordered his poisoning, you say. Tell me more. Alright, that was Rampart's Act 1, Search for a Killer in the Dead Cold Revenge campaign. So next time, I've got a lot of stuff to remember and review. So, yeah. Well, hope you enjoyed that.